Harris, I think Mr. Garland is going to represent himself. Am I correct,
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Garland?
I'm representing myself in what? I mean, first off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, City of Detroit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti.
Nope.
The state cannot be the injured party.
Victimless
And in the
crimes.
absence
Yeah, I
of
was
a
gonna
victim, there can
say.
be no crime.
How do you want to proceed, Mr. Garland?
He is not having
Well,
it.
the court has to even establish jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction,
Never, 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 never,
Never
never,
represent
never, never, never,
yourself.
never, 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 never represent yourself in a court of law.
The
I don't
first-
care how well spoken you are. I don't care how much of the law you think you know. I don't care how in the right
Nope.
you think you are.
Now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail.
Boom!
No early release.
All right. Did you send me stuff?
Yeah.
What you got?
Really more, oh. I think it's the,
Seen this one?
Wait a minute.
No, ain't seen that one.
I ain't seen that one, okay.
All right.
Alright. I just thought, since you like the law and all that,
Since I like the law.
you like the law.
Since I like the law.
Ow. You hear my knee cracking? That knee's gonna
deteriorating.
jump up and just kill me. Stroke me out.
Well, I mean, it doesn't happen all at once. It just deteriorates over
Yeah.
time.
Let me
All right,
get
yeah.
my.
You need to sit back in the chair too. Forward
I
too much and go
know,
off
I
camera.
Alright.
All right. So here we got. So here we got no nonsense professional judge holds professional sovereign citizen in contempt of court. So the judge is holding a professional sovereign citizen in contempt of court. I don't know what's up with it.
How are you a professional?
It's one of those
I know.
fucking.
I know.
I can
know.
secede from the United
Yeah.
States, but somehow still
No,
live in
but
them.
still live here.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Laws
that's
don't apply to me.
all right. All right, Judge Mathis. Bring the nonsense.
Really?
Put the hammer down.
Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. Wait a minute, Ms. Harris. I think Mr. Garland is going to represent himself. Am I correct,
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Garland?
I'm representing myself in what? I mean, first off, who's alleging these charges? That's what I'm curious about.
State of Michigan, City of Detroit.
Okay, well, if that's the case, there's a common law principle which states that for there to be a crime, there must be a victim. Corpus delicti.
Nope.
The state cannot be the injured party.
Victimless
And in the
crimes.
absence
Yeah, I
of
was
a
gonna
victim, there can
say.
be no crime.
How do you want to proceed, Mr. Garland?
He is not having
Well,
it.
the court has to even establish jurisdiction. I mean, in order for jurisdiction,
Never, 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 never,
Never
never, never,
represent
never, never, never,
yourself.
never, 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 never represent yourself in a court of law.
The
I don't
first-
care how well spoken you are. I don't care how much of the law you think you know. I don't care how in the right
Nope.
you think you are. The only exception to this rule is if you yourself are an attorney.
And even then, still.
And even then, most attorneys still will not represent themselves.
yeah, like, I feel like it
The
just
judge will
automatically
immediately
not
dismiss
take you seriously.
No, he's clearly not taking this guy seriously at all.
Yeah.
They will
Like-
immediately dismiss you. They're not taking it seriously anymore because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're playing courtroom with a child.
Exactly.
He
They
has
feel
to fucking
disrespected. They feel like you're a narcissist who's not taking
yeah,
this
well,
seriously.
it's because you're inexperienced and you don't understand the law,
Yeah.
and it feels like you're playing a courtroom game with a child. You're having to hold their hand through it to remind them what the rules are, and he's not in. This judge is clearly not in the
Yep.
mood for any hand holding because he's not doing it. He is
The
just
look on
direct
his face.
and to the point. He's not even looking at the guy.
No.
He's just direct and to the point, and he's like, "State of Michigan, City of Detroit." You're like, yeah, he's not
It's like you
breaking.
could-
He ain't gonna break. I can already tell you how this is gonna go. Heaven, he is not gonna break shit down for this dude.
No.
He's gonna let him talk, and then he's gonna correct him when he's wrong, and tell him what his sentence is, and that's it. It's done. There is no. And the minute you talk back, because if he says When the judge talks, you shut up. And if he keeps interrupting, contempt of court. Yeah, he's just going to start stacking on the charges. You're going to be in contempt of court. He's going to, like, don't you misspeak once. You're going to perjure yourself. Boom, let's put that one on there. Yeah, he's going to start tacking them on, man. Don't do this. Never, ever do
Like,
this.
You could see it on his face when he said, I think he's going to represent himself.
Yeah,
You
he's
could
like,
see it.
here we go.
Here we go again.
All right,
God
let's
damn
see
it.
how. Let's let the shit show
Shit show
ensue.
we get.
Jurisdiction have to be established first, and there's no jurisdiction established. Once jurisdiction is challenged, that must be settled before charges can be brought.
All right, do you want to put that in a motion, sir?
As far as I'm concerned, any and all charges must be dismissed because there is no complaining witness. And the
What?
state cannot be.
That's your motion. I'm going to deny the motion. Okay? So, all we're going to do now,
Oh, yeah.
we're not going to keep going back and forth.
Told you he ain't
Either
having it.
you take an offer or you set the matter for trial. Which one do you
Oh, so
want?
this isn't even a court case. This is this is the pre-trial.
Yeah.
So it sounds like this judge is irritated because he's tried to cut you a deal so that you don't have to go to court because he doesn't want to. He's not in the mood for this nonsense. And he's like, look, we've offered you a deal, probably the only deal you're going to get because you've got no lawyer to negotiate for. Just take the deal. It sounds like this guy. It sounds like this guy owes some money, but he's one of those guys who thinks that that if I owe money to the state, they're stealing from me. The state can't be a victim. No. This was my money and they're trying to take what's mine.
Yeah.
It's not money. He doesn't see it as money he owes. No. Second of all, there are such things as victimless crimes. There doesn't have to be a victim for there to be a crime.
Nope.
Hence
the term, victimless crimes.
There are tons of crimes you can commit.
Yep.
That don't have a victim. All right? Third, I don't know what the fuck he's screaming about jurisdiction hasn't been established. It is you versus the city of Detroit. The fucking jurisdiction is in the name. The entire city
of Detroit
has brought a case against you. If you are in Detroit, spoiler alert,
that's the jurisdiction
you're in their jurisdiction.
You're in.
Fuck me, dude. This guy knows. Oh man, you sound like such a dumbass. And the look on this judge's face, he's like, "I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah, he looks tired.
I've offered you a deal.
Yeah.
Do you want the deal or not?" And this guy's gonna say no, and he's gonna keep whining, and the judge is gonna lose his patience. He is about to bring down an ungodly fucking firestorm upon this guy. I'm gonna try to keep from getting an erection. Let's go. I'm ready.
Respectfully, in order for this to continue, there must be a complaining witness.
Nope.
And the state cannot be a complaining witness. Now, if I'm entitled,
You are not.
if I'm entitled to a fair trial, the law states there must be a victim. I'm just requesting, who is the victim? Who did I injure?
The citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
The state cannot be a victim. And if that's the case,
I said the citizens of the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan are the victims.
Okay, since we are on the record, all I'm asking for is the
one last time.
Yes,
now,
do it.
Now listen, here's how it's going to go from this point
Told you he's
on.
gonna lose it.
If you don't answer the question that I asked specifically,
They jump cut. I want to know what happened in the middle.
So you're telling me,
Mr.
No,
Gardner,
you don't interrupt the judge.
we're not going to
telling
have
me
a
that the court is just going to
We're not going to
violate
have
the
a
Constitution and the
conversation.
law?
Stop, sir. Stop, sir. Now, that's the last time I'm going to ask you to.
On the law. Is that what I'm hearing?
All right.
I'm asking.
I'm going to hold Mr. Garner in contempt of court. He is directly violating the court's order. I've given him ample time to answer the court's question.
Like he gave you
and
a chance.
Continues to refuse to do so. So now I'm going to hold you in contempt, and I'm going to sentence you to 30 days Wayne County Jail.
Boom!
No early release.
And you ain't
So
getting
that
out early,
means that
motherfucker.
the court is just going to violate my rights
No,
because
they're
I'm
not.
defending myself? Is that what I'm hearing?
Nope.
30 days. Wayne County Jail.
When you defend
No
yourself, you're
early
acting as an
release.
attorney.
That'll
Attorneys
give you
have
some
rules
chance
they have to
and
follow.
some time to read up on your rights, okay? I'm going to you turn yourself in today, Mr. Garner, to start that jail time, okay?
So I have
Come
a
down to
question.
the courthouse today,
I'm not
motherfucker.
answering any more of your questions.
This
Turn
case-
yourself into the Wayne County Jail today.
So the court is going to be in direct violation of my rights in the law.
Have a good day, sir.
Is that where we're standing?
Good day.
If that's how you feel.
He don't give a
That's how
fuck.
you feel.
He don't give a fuck. If that's how you feel, we can talk about it when you get down here. Yeah, no. That's what you don't understand. It's not like it is on TV. TV leaves out a lot of shit. When you're acting as attorney, you still have to abide by the rules attorneys have to follow. There's times they can speak. There's times they can speak. There's things they have to ask permission to do, or they just can't do them. You just can't blurt out stuff whenever you want. Yeah, like contempt is a thing that he is apparently unaware of, and he thinks his rights are being violated. There's a way to contest shit, the judge says. There's a process for all of these things that he wants to do, but he does not know that process. The judge knows this, and that's why he's lost his patience, because normally what happens with a judge who hasn't lost their patience, if you have a judge who's going to play along. Had this been an actual trial, he would have to play along, but it sounds like this was just a hearing, and now you have to go to jail, and he still has to go to trial. Like you're just going, right now you're just going to jail for contempt of court. He hasn't even addressed the thing you're actually there for yet. You still have to do that after your 30 days is up when you get out of jail. Like he still has to go back for that now, and that has to go to trial. Either you take the deal we gave you, or it's going to trial. Once it goes to trial, then he's going to have to do all that hand holding, where the dude goes interrupt. And he started to do it in the beginning, where he was like, "Are you putting in a motion for that?" Yeah, like he's trying to tell you this is the process. You have to request this. You have to, you can't just bring shit up randomly. Everything has to be done in pretrial. And then during the actual case, if he decides he's going to represent himself again, then the judge has to be like, "Okay, are you every time he interrupts, the judge has to stop and be like, do you have an objection? If there's no objection, I need you to remain quiet, or you're going to be in contempt of court." Yeah, like he has to go back and forth with him now, and he has to handhold him through every step of that process. And they fucking hate doing that.
I can see why they would.
Never, ever represent yourself.
What was it? The dude that did the ran into the parade, drove through the parade in Michigan.
He represented himself.
Or Wisconsin.
Was he that
He
fucking
represented
stupid?
himself, and he did some shenanigans. That fool made a box for it.
Dude, I wouldn't even represent myself for a speeding ticket. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Just no.
God.
No. Never represent yourself. I don't care if it's a parking ticket. You will not only embarrass yourself.
Yep.
You're going to stand out from all the other cases he's had, because very few people ever do that, which means if you ever get in trouble with the law again, they're going to remember you're that dumbass.
Yep.
Yeah,
you're that
just
guy.
never do it. You are guaranteed to lose.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, that judge has decided that case the moment you said, "I'm representing myself." He's like, "Well, this is an idiot." Oh, yep, that's it. It's over.
He's done.
It's over.
Yeah.
Like, you just lost any leniency, any negotiating power you had, any, like, done. I don't care how good you think your evidence is. I don't care how right you think you are. I don't care how well spoken. I don't care if you've read all the law books. I don't care if you've watched every fucking episode ever made of Law and Order. And all of Better Call Saul. It's not gonna fucking happen. It's not going to fucking happen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go into debt to get that lawyer, because otherwise you will go into jail. As you just saw. Jesus Christ.
God.
What is this notification?